Oh god, they're all staring at me. It's okay. Just introduce yourself.
Hello, and welcome to Lincoln Debates. I am your host and moderator, Lincoln, and today we are joined by Lincoln and Lincoln. In this episode, we will be debating the idea of love. Lincoln will be arguing that love is a good thing, and Lincoln will be arguing that it is a bad thing. Lincoln, love is a drip, drip, drip of dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin, oxytocin, a stew of churning chemicals, making us project our hopes and dreams onto another person. It's bullshit. And instead of treating it as the neurological infection it is, we dot our I's with little hearts, we sing ballads, we dream, we daydream, we obsess, and we call it love. Well, excuse me if I want to stop punching myself in the face and calling it the pursuit of happiness.
Lincoln still hasn't texted me back yet.
Lincoln, love is all we have.
I think there's something off with us.
Yes, we're all just balls of churning chemicals, all unnaturally self-aware monkeys, but love
He didn't call me Linky Boo this morning.
is the only thing that ever gives us hope of something greater, some meaning in the chaos, whether you want to call that God or empirically derived humanistic morality. It's what connects us to each other, gives our lives meaning, whether we admit it or not. In the battle against pain and suffering and the crushing entropy of our lives,
My phone just buzzed.
love is all we have. Sorry, they just, they need me for 1 sec. So I'll be right back.
It's been so long. I haven't seen him since Lincoln Fest 1998.
He had shoulder-length hair.
I had Velcro sneakers.
God, what a weekend.
He keeps looking at me, but is that only because I keep looking at him? I need to stop staring at him.
Is this your first time on Lincoln's show? Yeah, it is. Nervous? A little. Well, I was impressed by your opening statement. Thank you. Thanks so much. Same to you.
He smells nice. I really wish I'd showered for this.
Sorry about that.
Let's talk later. That's what he wrote. Let's talk later.
Love is like an expensive vacuum cleaner. I don't actually need it, but it looks nice on TV. Look at the ridiculous idea of soulmates. The codependence, the ignorance of statistics it takes to believe that everyone has a perfect match who they are destined to be with. The idea of soulmates may be ridiculous, but it's a ridiculous idea that's beautiful to indulge while you're feeling it.
Let's talk later. It can only mean one of 6 things. Either he's busy, knows I'm busy, hates me, misses me, broke both his thumbs, or feels exactly the same way I do.
It's an addiction, and we're all complicit in normalizing it because it's easier than admitting we're addicts too.
I sent him back a thumbs up.
Have you ever been in love? I'm not going to get personal. That's my entire point. We're tricked by these chemicals in our brains to believe that... Yeah. What about you, Lincoln? Have you ever been in love? Yes. Yes, I have. But I am open to any and all theories about what that means. How diplomatic of you. Can we get back on to... I ask because whether or not we believe that they're rational, we all have feelings, and love is one of those feelings.
It would be difficult dating myself.
No one is denying that we all feel emotions. I'm saying that they're bullshit. We're conditioned to rationalize, to indulge those feelings, to believe that stories about beautiful people who say witty things to each other are somehow representative of lasting fulfillment in the real world.
I can be judgmental?
You seem bitterly fixated on tearing down romantic love, but we all know there are many different types of love. Love for one's family, love for one's friends, love of nature, love of art.
Defensive?
No, I don't think that's true. I think it's that there are many things we call love, but the world would be a much better place if we stopped pretending that love was anything more than a word to throw around when we want something.
Selfish?
What about self-love? What? Being so vain, so egomaniacal that you start talking to yourself? No, I'm talking about truly extending yourself, the kind of interest, trust, caring, and honesty that you naturally extend to the other people you love.
But Lincoln can also be judgmental.
That thing you're worried about is going to be fine. Happiness is just around the corner. Lying to yourself, with phrases plagiarized out of a horoscope reading.
Condescending?
I'm very sorry you feel that way. Love is a beautiful thing.
And defensive.
It's really not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not.
Or maybe I'm just projecting.
Have you ever been in love? Yes, I have. Do you regret that?
We're so codependent. I almost think of us as the same person.
Can we stop for a minute? Can you, sure. Can we just,
My phone just buzzed again. I can't walk out on them twice, though.
Would you like some chai tea? It's caffeine free. No, thanks. I'm good.
I need to start inviting less intense people. Debating about love? Not my idea.
I'll be honest, you're making me a little uncomfortable. I'm just asking questions. Okay, but they're very personal questions. I think this is a very personal topic. It just seems a bit odd to be sharing such a personal conversation with them. Well, do you two, how well do you know each other? We've been introduced. We're on a first-name basis.
I remember when we met. Lincoln Fest 95. He had mutton chops. I had Birkenstocks. God, what a weekend.
Yes. Lincoln. Uh-huh. You know what? I'm fine. Let's keep going. Oh, yeah, sure. All right, Lincoln. No, I don't regret it, but that doesn't change my desire to transcend the mess of chemicals that manipulate me into believing that my life is a story, with a plot, and that made-up crap like soulmates or fate or love are anything more than failed attempts to make sense of the randomness in our lives.
So I checked my phone,
And how would that work?
but it was just a promotional email.
How would you live your life that way? What are you going to do when you lock eyes with someone and the world stops for a second and all you want to do is lean in and say,
10% off on all Lincoln Debates merch.
I love you.
Just kidding.
Well, if I did, I would say it in a less cringy way, but to answer your question, I believe we're capable of thinking, I want this thing, but that doesn't make it good for me. So what about self-love? What about it? Well, not to get personal again for a second, but have you considered the possibility that you've got to love yourself before you can accept love from someone else? Thank you, Pinterest. I'll try to remember that one. You know, we've been having some fun banter and discussion and all that, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy to be seeing you here today, but I don't appreciate you turning this into some opportunity to psychoanalyze me just because we have a difference of opinion. You don't know me. Okay? See, the thing is, Lincoln, in spite of being everywhere in our culture, love makes us very uncomfortable. We crack jokes, pretend not to take it seriously because it makes us embarrassed. Because we're afraid to expose ourselves to the joy and the pain it represents. Really, what I'm trying to say is, Lincoln, when I look at you, I feel like I'm looking in the mirror, seeing something true, something real. Lincoln, I only wish you could see it too.
I'm gonna give them some privacy.
Lincoln, Oh, I bet they hated it. Does my smile look fake? Should I have agreed to the spray tan? I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lincoln Debates. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around. I know it's been a long time since the last video, but I promise you can expect more very soon. As always, try to be kind to each other and yourselves. Thanks again.
What would they think of me if they could hear my thoughts? That's ridiculous. Then they'd hear me thinking about them, hearing me think about them, hearing my thoughts. I don't think my teeth whitening toothpaste is working. Hey, Lincoln, I'm breaking up with you. Because you're selfish, you're egotistical, you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you remind me of myself, and because you're cheating on me. That's right, I know about Lincoln. Oh, you have subscribed? Well, we can forget about the rest then.